Lepenski Vir, situated on the banks of the Danube in the Iron Gates region of eastern Serbia, is one of the most important prehistoric archaeological sites in southeastern Europe. Occupied from approximately the 9th to the 6th millennium BC, the site provides exceptional evidence for the transformation of hunter-fisher-gatherer communities during the transition from the Mesolithic to the Neolithic. Its significance derives particularly from its carefully planned settlement, distinctive trapezoidal houses, elaborate burials, and a remarkable group of anthropomorphic stone sculptures. Lepenski Vir demonstrates that sedentary settlement, complex ritual behavior, and sophisticated social organization could develop among communities whose economy remained strongly dependent on fishing and hunting. Fish constituted an important food resource in Lepenski Vir, while the surrounding forests supplied game and wild plants. Archaeological evidence indicates that the earliest inhabitants were highly specialized hunter-fisher-gatherers who exploited both aquatic and terrestrial resources. The site was excavated extensively during the 20th century. These excavations revealed several phases of occupation and an unusually well-preserved settlement plan. The site is generally associated with the Lepenski Vir culture. The most distinctive feature of Lepenski Vir is its architecture. Houses were constructed according to a remarkably consistent trapezoidal plan, with carefully prepared floors made from compacted limestone plaster. Many contained a centrally positioned hearth and stone features, whose functions may have been both practical and symbolic. The repeated architectural form indicates that the settlement was highly organized. Houses were arranged around an open central area, creating a planned communal space rather than an accumulation of independent dwellings. The investment required to construct permanent houses is particularly significant. It suggests that the inhabitants were not simply temporary occupants of the landscape, but maintained a strong connection to a specific place. Lepenski Vir is internationally famous for its anthropomorphic stone sculptures. Carved from sandstone, many have highly stylized human faces with large eyes, prominent noses, and exaggerated mouths. Several sculptures combine human characteristics with features that have been interpreted as resembling fish. The possible fish-like characteristics are particularly significant. Since fishing was fundamental to the local economy, aquatic symbolism may have expressed the community's dependence on the river. Individuals were buried both beneath houses and in designated areas of the settlement. Differences in burial position, treatment, and associated objects suggest that funerary practices were structured according to social or ritual conventions. Placing the dead within or near domestic spaces may have maintained a physical connection between ancestors and the living community. Such practices indicate that houses were not simply places of residence, but could also function as locations of memory and ritual. One of the major archaeological questions surrounding Lepenski Vir concerns the transition from Mesolithic lifeways to Neolithic farming. Early communities relied heavily on fishing and hunting, whereas later phases show increasing evidence for contact with farming populations and the adoption of domesticated plants and animals. Importantly, this transformation was not instantaneous. For a considerable period, local hunter-fisher communities and Neolithic farmers appear to have interacted. The combination of architecture, sculpture, burials, and environmental evidence makes Lepenski Vir an exceptional source for understanding prehistoric southeastern Europe. At Lepenski Vir, the Danube was not merely a source of food and transportation. It appears to have been fundamental to the community's economic life and social organization. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe so you won't miss new ones.